Hey guys, welcome back. So as you can see by the title, today I'm going to do like my first tutorial on how to do eyebrows. This is gonna be like a little all about eyebrows and tutorial. I got a lot of questions on how I do my eyebrows, so I figured let me make a video. I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible because after this I'm gonna be filming a haul video and I'm trying to get 2 videos in one night. So let's see if I can do this. But anyway, if you'd like to see how I achieve my eyebrows and some products and some tips that you will need if you're a starter or a beginner, then just keep watching. Okay, so when I first started my eyebrows, I used to start with, well, I used to use eyeshadow. I used to use dark brown eyeshadow to fill in my eyebrows, and I used to use just a regular shader brush. I didn't know what an angle brush was. I just did whatever the hell I wanted to do, and my eyebrows were not the best. I don't know how people complimented my eyebrows back then, but people did. And it took me a lot of practice and it took a lot of research to find what worked best for me. And I realized that for myself, what worked best for me to define and get my eyebrows the way that I personally like them was 2 things. It was 1, using a pomade. A pomade is basically a gel for your eyebrows. This one is from Anastasia. You really don't need to go out and splurge on a $20 Dipbrow when there's so many options now that really honestly you don't need this. It's not a necessity. I mean, makeup's a necessity in general, but this specific one isn't a necessity. As well as the brush. The brush that I use is from Anastasia as well, but this brush, you don't really need to splurge on this teeny weeny brush when you can get the same dual-ended brush from like Elf for like $3. You don't need to spend like $12 on this brush. And also another thing that I found myself being comfortable with is an eyebrow pencil, and this one is from ColourPop. I did use the Brow Wiz from Anastasia, but I found like $18 on something that wasn't gonna last me as long as the pomade. Really wasn't worth it because I've had this pomade for over a year and a half and I still haven't hit the bottom. So it's really not. You can't really compare the Brow Wiz to the pomade. So I found this option, this alternative, and I fell in love. This one's from ColourPop and it's creamy, it's workable. I really do wish that the tip was more pointed, but for $5 I can't really complain. With a pomade, if you have a heavy hand, it's gonna look like Sharpie all over your eyebrows, and that's not cute. So for beginners, start with a dark brown eyeshadow. Do not start with black. I know that my eyebrows may look black, but this is not a black. This is more like a very dark brown. You never want to fill in your eyebrows with black unless your hair is like jet black. It just won't look natural. And even though we're filling in our eyebrows, we still want to mimic the natural look. So black won't make it look natural. Another thing that you'll need when you're doing your eyebrows is concealer. Any concealer of your choice. Mine preferably is just from LA Girl. I just put it in the back of my hand and I just use a small brush. You want to use a small definer brush or whatever little teensy weensy brush that you can find, and you're going to use this to carve out your eyebrows. The reason you want to do this is, 1, you want to clean up any mistakes that you made. This is a perfect way to do it. You won't have to wipe off everything that you did. I wish I knew this when I was first starting my eyebrows, but this will clean up any mistakes that you made. Another thing that you'll need when you're doing your eyebrows, some people opt this out. I personally can't opt it out because my eyebrows are just crazy. You need a clear brow gel. a clear brow gel. Now what this is basically hairspray for your eyebrows, only that it's like in a mascara wand. It's clear, obviously it's in the name, but what this does, it lays down your eyebrows and it keeps them in place. It won't mess with the product, it won't smudge anything. You just brush it through your eyebrows and it holds it in place. The pigmentation won't go anywhere. And lastly, this is just an option that I don't like to skip. I just prefer this. I like to add highlighter under my brows. When I'm done with them, I add my highlighter right under just to give it some more definition, make it look, you know, like it stands out and stuff. You might not be able to see it now on camera, but you just need, you don't need it, but I prefer to add highlighter under my eyebrows. And I'm just extra like that. Okay, so as you can see, I already started with one brow. I use pomades like Dipbrow, so I'm more comfortable with it. I've had more experience with it. The more you practice, the better you will get, but you can also opt out for a pencil. But today I'm just going to use my Dipbrow. It is an angled brush, preferably one with a spoolie on the side, just because it's easier to maneuver, like when you're going in, and then right away you could just flip it over and, you know, blend out as you need. I already have this one brow done just to save time, and I'm gonna show you how to do this brow. So you're just gonna dip in your pomade as so. Use like a little compact mirror or whatever. Now you always want to go with the natural shape of your eyebrows. Preferably this works best if your eyebrows are already groomed, like I did mine today. I waxed them, so it works best that way. So you're gonna take your angled brush, and how I prefer to do it, this isn't how you should do it or how you're supposed to do it, it's just a technique that works for me. Not everybody's the same, but you're gonna take your eyebrow brush and you're going to start right under your natural eyebrow line. And it doesn't matter if it's a little harsh in the front. That's why you have your spoolie that you're gonna go in with later on to like blend it out. So you're gonna take it and you're gonna run it under your natural eyebrow line, and you're gonna extend it farther than your tail. Then after that's done, if you mess up here, that's fine, because we're gonna go in with concealer. So there's still product on my brush. So what I do next, I go right on top. I don't go to the front, because you always want your front here to be a bit more natural. As you can see here, you want your natural hairs to show more. So you don't want to start your line right from the front. I prefer to start mine from right about here, like not even halfway, probably like a quarter in. And I like to outline my top. You don't have to do this, but this is my way of doing it. And again, I just follow my natural line, and then I connect them on the side like that. And then what I do is I go in and I fill. Just like that. Take my spoolie, blend it out. Don't worry about this, we're gonna clean that up in a second. Now in the front is where you don't really want much product on your brush, because you want it to look the most natural. So you're just gonna flick up with whatever's left on your brush, and you're gonna just gently flicking up like so. And then you're gonna take your spoolie. Your spoolie will make that line that you made in the beginning, make it disappear. You just flick up, and with whatever products left on my brush, I just go in to even everything out. And that's about it. Let me blend out more. Basically, where you want most of your definition is on your tail. Like from like half of your eyebrow on. That's where you want most of the definition. In this area here, you kind of want to keep it like more natural. Now, I see them and I'm kind of okay with them. I kind of like them. So after you feel like you like them, you're going to take some concealer. This is preferably my favorite. And you're going to take a small little definer brush, and you dip on one side, don't dip on both. And you're gonna go and start right in the middle. You never want to take your concealer right to the front because you don't really need much of this, and being that this is such a small area, a little goes a long way. So you don't need to bring your concealer all the way to the front unless you really feel like you messed up. Right in the middle, you want to start and you want to clean up anything that you feel like you messed up on. If you don't get it, if you don't get this in your first try, don't give up. Don't feel any type of way. Eyebrows and makeup in general takes a lot of practice. It took me plenty of YouTube tutorials and just practice on myself to get this somewhat, not even down packed fully, because even though I have a license, I still don't feel like I'm a professional. Every day I learn more and more techniques and more tricks and easier ways to do my makeup. It just takes a lot of practice, and if you're really passionate about it, you will find ways and techniques to try to master things. So don't feel discouraged or feel like you want to give up just because you didn't get it on the first try. It takes a lot of practice, and I still mess up till this day. Also, another thing is your eyebrows are not, they're sisters, they're not twins. Your eyebrows don't need to be exactly the same. But yeah, once you feel okay with them, what I personally like to do to define my eyebrows more, I go in with, and if you watch my tutorials, you know this is my holy grail, I go in with my highlighter because this makes your eyebrows pop, like your eyes pop. I'm going in with a fan brush, I'm going in my highlighter, tapping off the excess, and I'm going right under, and I'm adding a little glow. This enhances your eyebrows and it makes it look 100 times better. You can even go under, who cares? It's highlighter. I could bathe in this. Yeah, let me put some more on the other side. Anyway, point is, you should always set your eyebrows so they won't go anywhere, like meaning they won't move throughout the day, literally. So you want to go in and you want to set your eyebrows however you please. I preferably like to comb up in the front, and as I get to the tail, I like to go downwards, up in the front, and then downwards as I get towards the end. Same on this side,